Hi friends, thanks for joining in today to GITS Video Academy channel, and today we'll be talking about predictive analytics. We'll be talking about what it is all about and why does it matter all of a sudden so much in today's business world. So let's get started. First let's talk about from the definition perspective what is predictive analytics and what does it really mean. So as per the Wikipedia definition, it says that a predictive model tries to exploit patterns found in historical and transactional data to identify risk and opportunities. Models capture relationship amongst many factors to allow assessment of risk or potential associated with a particular set of conditions, guiding decision making for candidate transactions. Well, sounds a little difficult. Let's see into some more versions of a similar definition. Predictive analytics is any solution that supports the identification of meaningful patterns and correlations among variables in complex structured and unstructured historical and potential future datasets for purpose of predicting future events and assessing the attractiveness of various courses of action. Still sounds a bit complex. Let me use a simple definition here. See, the goal is to go beyond descriptive statistics and reporting onto what has happened to providing a best assessment to what will happen in the future. And that is what predictive analytics is all about. The end result is to streamline decision making and produce new insights that would lead to better actions. Predictive models use known results to develop a model that can be used to predict values for different or new data. The modeling results in predictions that represent a probability of the target variable, let's say revenue, based on estimated significance from a set of input variables. And this is quite different from the descriptive models that help us understand what actually happened in the past, or diagnostic models that help us understand the key relationships and determine why something happened and what actually happened. Today, more and more organizations are turning to predictive analytics to increase their bottom line and competitive advantage using predictive analytics. But why now? The reason being very obvious: growing volumes and types of data, and more interest in using data to produce valuable information. Second, because of availability of faster and cheaper computers and easier to use softwares. Third, the stiff competition in the business world and the tough economic conditions, and a very obvious need for competitive differentiation. These three factors are the main thrust behind the growth of predictive analytics in today's date. But with interactive and easy to use software becoming more prevalent, predictive analytics is no longer just the domain of mathematicians and statisticians. Business analysts and line of business experts are using these technologies as well. So the very next question could be, what can predictive analytics do? So the top 5 things predictive analytics is being used today is to: number 1, identify trends, understand your customers, improve business performance, drive strategic decision making, and predict the behavior. Some of the most common applications of predictive analytics include, let's talk about first application in fraud detection and security. Predictive analytics can help stop losses due to fraudulent activity before they even occur. By combining multiple detection methods, business rules, anomaly detection, link analytics, etc., you get greater accuracy and a better predictive performance. And mind you, in today's world, cybersecurity is a growing concern. High performance behavioral analytics examine all actions on a network in real time to spot abnormalities that may indicate occupational fraud, zero-day vulnerabilities, and advanced persistent threats. How about marketing? Most modern organizations use predictive analytics to determine customer responses or purchases, as well as promote cross-sell opportunities. Predictive models help business attract, retain, and grow the most profitable customers and maximize their marketing spend. And what about operations? Today, a lot of companies are using predictive models to forecast inventory and manage their factory resources to the optimized and to the best level they can before even the events occur through the predictive modeling techniques. Airlines use predictive analytics to decide how many tickets to sell at each price for a flight. Hotels try to predict the number of guests they can expect on any given night to adjust prices to maximize occupancy and increase revenue. Predictive analytics enables organizations to perform in a better and an efficient manner. Risk. One of the most well-known examples of predictive analytics is credit scoring. Credit scores are used ubiquitously to assess a buyer's likelihood of default on purchases, right from purchasing a home to car to insurance. A credit score is a number that is being generated by a predictive model that incorporates all of the data relevant to a person's creditworthiness. Other risk-related uses include insurance claims and collections. Many industries are using predictive analytics today to optimize their operations and increase their revenues. Like credit card we just talked about, banking, financial services. Detecting and reducing fraud, measuring credit risk, maximizing cross and upsell opportunities, retain customers. Talk about marketing campaigns. Commonwealth Bank can reliably predict the likelihood of fraud activity for any given transaction before it is authorized within 40 milliseconds of transaction being initiated. Government and public sectors are also making use of predictive analytics to improve services. Manufacturers are today identifying factors leading to reduced quality and production failures and optimizing parts, service resources, distribution. Lenovo used predictive analytics to better understand warranty claims, leading to a 10 to 15% reduction in warranty costs. That's amazing. It's quite a saving. Media and entertainment companies, they are trying to deepen insight into audiences by identifying influencing attributes, trends, drivers, and desires across properties and performance, detecting and preventing fraud, improper payments, misuse of funds, taxpayers' dollars, and detecting criminal activities and patterns. Very recently, Hong Kong government visualized and analyzed big unstructured data to anticipate and address public complaints. Then, very critical amongst all, the healthcare providers, predicting the effectiveness of new procedures, medical tests, medications, and improving services or outcomes by providing safe and effective patient care. Taipei Medical University executives analyze and monitor performance across all hospitals in their system. That's amazing. Oil, gas, and utility companies, predicting day-on-day basis the equipment failures and future resource needs and trying to mitigate safety and reliability risks and trying to improve their performance. Salt River Project is the second largest public power utility in the US and one of Arizona's largest water suppliers. A sophisticated forecasting model helps them to know the best time to sell excess electricity for the best price. Retailers, assessing the effectiveness of promotional events, talk about campaigns. They can predict which offers are most appropriate for their consumers. They can determine which products to stock, where and how to build brand loyalty. Staples, that analyzes online and offline consumer behavior to provide a complete picture of their customers and realizing amounting to 130% of ROI. That's quite a number. So predictive modeling, we can see that there are probably usages and implementations in almost every business. You name the business, and most of the bigger organizations, the medium segment organizations, they are using predictive analytics every day. So it's kind of the next frontier for your business. Now how do analytics and predictive analytics differ, or what is the exact comparison between the two? Let's take an example. Who cares if we find out we lost a customer after he left? The objective analysis is not just to understand why you lost a customer, but how to prevent you from losing one before it even happens. Insight and not hindsight is the essence of predictive analytics. How organizations instrument, capture, create and use data is fundamentally changing the dynamics of work, life and leisure. Analytics is the discovery and communication of meaningful patterns in the data, which could be corporate data, product data, channel data, or customer data. It's not the data, but the signals in and across the data. So, data is the new oil, cloud is the new pipeline, and digital is the new experience, all enabled by analytics. So, having data is not valuable, using data is valuable. Analytical insights are changing customer expectations and corporate strategy. A decade ago, GE was in the mode of the product breaks, we fix it. Today, GE has more than $100 billion in revenue tied to data-driven SLA contracts where it gets paid based on a product being in service. A power plant turbine, a jet engine, a locomotive, powered by the hour leasing model means the maintenance costs and service outages are GE's headaches and not clients. GE needs predictive analytics to help meet SLAs, avoid downtime, and predict safety issues, and making those contracts at the end profitable. Analytics is the new differentiator. Let's take for instance Uber. Uber, which is a data-driven business model powered by a huge trove of real-world, real-time preferences, usage, and feedback data. Uber's stated mission is to architect, develop, and deploy world-class data systems to empower the multiple services. The backend data engineering group is responsible for a real-time business metrics aggregation, data warehousing, and querying, large-scale log processing, schema and data management, as well as number of other analytics infrastructure systems. It's a new word with new rules, especially around man plus machine interaction. Once a day sensor readings are moving to real-time rule-based for machine learning platforms. Consumer-facing interactions evolving from how companies find customers to how customers find companies today. Strategies are shifting from serving customers with the siloed channel were enough to now seemingly integrated multi-channels, screens and devices. So that's quite a complex association between different business units that might be working in a company to achieve a common goal of better growth and top profit. So analytics is understanding of existing data with goal of understanding trend via comparison. And developing analytics is the first step towards driving predictive analytics. So that's the rule one. While predictive analytics are more sophisticated analytics that are forward thinking in nature. When I say forward thinking, actually they can be used for gaining insights for the future. And the base could be mathematical or financial modeling by enhancing understanding, interpretation, and judgment for the purpose of a good decision making. So reporting on what is your business right now is the first step towards making the business smart decisions. This is the core of KPI scorecards or business intelligence. The next level of analytics maturity takes this further one step. Can you understand what is taking place, that is BI, and also anticipate what is about to take place, and that is predictive analytics. By automatically delivering relevant insights to end users, managers, and even applications for that matter, predictive decision solutions aim to reduce the need of business users to understand the how and rather focus on the why. So the end goal of predictive analytics is better outcomes, smarter decisions, actionable insights, and relevant information. To further give you a glimpse about the overall business analytics industry, there are mainly four kinds of data analysis. First being simple summation and statistics. Second being descriptive, wherein we use business intelligence and data mining. Third could be prescriptive, wherein we perform optimization and simulations. While the fourth and last being not the least important is predictive analytics, which is more about forecasting. So predictive analytics leverages four techniques to turn data into valuable, actionable information. First, predictive modeling. Second, decision analysis. Third, transaction profiling. Fourth, predictive search. So predictive modeling mathematically represents underlying relationships in historical data in order to explain the data and make predictions, forecasts, or classification about future events. Examples of predictive modeling: next best action in an e-commerce was, I think that's one of the most common example in today's world. We use e-commerce applications, websites quite routinely, and when you see the product recommendations for yourself while you try to make one purchase, what is that? It's nothing but predictive analytics into play in the background. So predictive models analyze current and historical data on individuals to produce metrics such as scores. These scores rank order individuals by likely future performance. Example could be their likelihood of making credit payments on time or of responding to a particular offer for services. Predictive models can also detect the likelihood of a transaction being fraudulent, that is more about risk detection. Predictive models are frequently operationalized in mission critical transaction systems and drive decisions and actions in real time. A number of analytic methodologies underlie solutions in this area include applications of mathematical programming algorithms. Then there could be advanced neural systems which learn complex patterns from large data sets to predict the probability that a new individual will exhibit certain behaviors of business interest. Neural networks, also known as deep learning, are biologically inspired machine learning models that are used to achieve the recent record-breaking performance on speech recognition and visual object recognition. And then comes the statistical technique definitely for analysis and pattern detection within large data sets. So analytics are there today on everything. It can be on POS data, that is point of sales. It can be on social media, external feeds, payments, log data, telephone conversations, RFID scans, events, emails, sensors, freeform text, geospatial data, audio, images, videos, transactions, call center notes. Talk about matter, and analytics is there. Now this slide mainly talks about the core differences between analytics and predictive analytics. While analytics mainly tries to understand the past and observe trends and is a catalyst for discussion, predictive analytics is about gaining insights, making decisions, and taking actions. So the very difference lies in the view perspective. While analytics talks about historical and current or the present, predictive analytics is more future oriented. And the data that is being used in both could be raw and uncompiled information. For making an analytical decision, definitely the data type has to be structured. While for predictive analytics, it can be a mix of both structured and unstructured data. And also the range of users for both starts right from middle and senior management to C-level and senior management people in your companies, the CEOs, CXOs, CFOs, and a lot many others. And definitely the benefits of both are tremendous today. They both try to improve the productivity and to improve our business processes is the fundamental objective behind designing such predictive analytics techniques. Now, a very important futuristic comment from Gartner was that by 2050, 30% of analytic applications will use proactive, predictive, and forecasting capabilities. And to be honest, sitting today, we can very well agree to the statement made way back in 2014. That's what the future is going towards. So while it is true that big data and predictive analytics is a little bit in its infant stage, it is still growing at a maddening pace. Products, projects, they are varying from expected to unexpected and even to esoteric, whimsical, and paranoid. So predictive analytics is playing again a major role and is growing at a very fast pace uncompared to any other technique or business domain, and that's why it has a lot of new jobs coming up every day. Every time we go to Costco or Kroger to fill up the cart, the cashier scans our items, they hand us a coupon for $1 off our favorite brand of ice cream. So with hundreds of thousands of grocery items on the shelves, how does Kroger know what we are most likely to buy? Using predictive analytics and data from loyalty cards, computers now in real time are able to crunch terabytes of our historical purchase to figure out that our favorite ice cream was the one item missing from our shopping cart that week. Further, that algo matches our past purchase history to ongoing promotions in the store. So with our bill, we receive a coupon for the item that we are most likely to buy next time. The shift towards contextual marketing and retailing by data, let's say to be precise, big data, the typical objectives are data to enable cross-channel and multi-stage marketing. 70% of buying experiences are based on how customers feel he or she is being treated. A negative experience is extremely difficult to overcome. Dynamic, personalized content across touchpoints. Social marketing as buying cycles being online and consumers make decisions before engaging with the company. So big changes are underway. Millennials believe that other consumer cares more about their shopping experience than companies do. And that's why they share their opinions online. So every retail and web interaction both feed a customer profile or are influenced by a customer profile. And advances in analytic approach enables firms to engineer a 360-degree view of a customer profile. That's quite a use of these techniques.